Bruce Lee was a man who was used to winning his battles. But in his fight to be a Hollywood star, he faced his fair share of hurdles. But even to someone as determined as Bruce Lee, the Hollywood system was a formidable foe.
You got to think of the racism that he faced back at that time, where at that time not too many people have seen an Asian guy on a TV show where he's like the star.
My last name is Lee, Bruce Lee.
Sure, in 1966, he won the right to play a television sidekick in The Green Hornet and got other small roles in films and TV. But Lee believed he had the chops to be a leading man and wasn't getting the offers.
I think about what my godfather went through back then, because Hollywood kept telling him, you know what, we just don't think the world is ready to accept somebody who's an Oriental. I mean, he saw it left and right.
The last straw came when he helped develop the TV show Kung Fu, then watched as the network gave the leading role to a Caucasian, David Carradine.
Kung Fu, yeah. He had helped come up with the premise for it. And then all of a sudden, to have that project pulled away from you because of the way you look. Come on.
Because if you're an investor in that picture, he understood that. But then he felt frustrated at that time period.
But in true Bruce Lee fashion, he fought through every roadblock, one way or another.
My father and my mother always tell me this story as they said, what are you going to do, Bruce? And he goes, circumstances, hell, I make circumstances. And so thus he went on to Hong Kong and he got together his own team and his own group and he made his own projects.
That's why he went back to Hong Kong. I remember when he was going back, he said, I'm going to go back and I'm going to do pictures and I'm going to direct and I'm going to learn how to cinematography. I'm going to learn how to even write a script. And I thought, my gosh, he's a martial artist. But I think he proved a lot of people wrong.
When his Hong Kong films broke box office records, Hollywood finally took notice. Bruce Lee fought to be a movie star, and he did it his way.
I also see him as one of the original fathers of independent filmmaking. I really do. Because, he knew that, hey, if I can't get the studios behind me in Hollywood, then I really have to make my own path here. And I love how he really took control of his destiny in his own life.
I even think of him as like a hustler, you know what I'm saying? Like, he had to pave his own way to break into mainstream culture. I remember he didn't want to be just like the sidekick, because he knew he was more than that.
This is a guy, he went out and did it. There were no limits. He was a true rebel and a successful one.